And this is the fun part where we wait to see. And we are. That's so exciting. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Green Buffalo's Quarantine Quarters. My name is Madison Sedler. I'm one of the co-founders of Green Buffalo Productions. I'm usually partnered here with my other co-founder, Ellen Shearer, but she went on an impromptu vacation to Colorado this weekend. And now it's me and Layla hosting, and Zach being our super, very cool video guy and producer today, handling all the tech while he has to deal with me instead of Ellen. So thank you both for being here, because I'd probably be stumbling all over myself had it just been me. We're here to bring you some brand new plays, but before we get to that part of this very fun night, there are a couple of things just to talk about. If you're new to Green Buffalo, or if you've seen us before but forgot all the really cool stuff that we're doing, we're here to tell you what all of that is. So Green Buffalo launched their Patreon last year. It is the best way to support our little local theater here in Buffalo, New York. We will have links for everything that we talk about in our comment section, but this is our Patreon, and this is kind of how we've stayed afloat through this whole pandemic. So thank you so much to our wonderful patrons, and they will get a shout out later on in this episode. If you want to be a patron and you want a special shout out, join the Patreon today. Literally open all the time, 24/7. So you'll hear me like a salesperson saying this all throughout the episode. Join our Patreon today, because you get a ton of cool things. And those things I'm going to talk about right now for $1 a month. That's $1. That's $12 for the whole year, which we do have annual payments now that you can do if that's something that floats your boat. You can pay all up front, all at once for a whole year. $1. That's 12 whole dollars. You can get early access to Zach and Ellen's podcast called The Celluloid Stage, where they discuss different plays, musicals, movies, things that have been in both, the word is escaping me. Things that have been both theatrically done as well as on film, stage and screen. Oh, Sarah Hill, saving my life every time. They do this podcast once a week. They've been working super, super hard to bring this to you. And for $1, you can listen to it early Mondays instead of when it drops on Wednesdays everywhere else. So for $1 whole, you can get that. And also a special shout out in our quarantine quarters. So right now, if you did it right now, you would get a shout out and all of these episodes. But wait, there's more. Trust me, you're going to be so sick of hearing me talk about this by the end of today. For $5, you will get exclusive access not only to the early celluloid stage episodes and shout out in the quarantine quarters. You'll also be able to pick some quarantine quarters prompts. We have a special Google form on our Patreon that anyone $5 and up can fill out. You'll also get access to our radio dramas that I've been producing for the past 5 months now, called 2018 Emerald Terrace. All of these plays have been written by local Buffalo artists, and we've used several actors from all over the place to put these shows up. And we have directors from Buffalo also working on these plays to bring you the best and well-produced content we could possibly give you. They all take place in the same little apartment complex, and we have a couple of actors in here today, Christian Hall, Lex Blair, who are featured in the 2018 Emerald Terrace. So definitely take a listen to those, $5 a month. And when it does come out and when I get off of my lazy butt and actually finish this, Almost Paradise, our bachelor thriller slasher radio play, will come out as well on the Patreon. It will be only available to patrons. So get on it right now. Give me the motivation to finally finish the 6th episode out of 13 that I've got to do. The whole cast is yelling at me. Make me do it. I dare you. It's $5 a month. Pretty cool, I would say. For $10 a month, you can get special bonus content for Emerald Terrace or for Paradise. Right now we're doing Emerald Terrace, and we have interviews with the writers and sometimes the actors and the directors discussing, working during quarantine and how this is different than directing for the film or for the stage or whatever their medium of choice is. For $15 a month, there's a ton of stuff that you can get, including this poetry postcard that Ellen and Layla do. You'll get it once. They write beautiful poems and send them out to you. You get them. They're beautiful. They're great. Ellen made me a poster because I wanted one so badly of a poem that she wrote. So these are super high quality, really beautiful. I bugged Ellen for like months to write me one, and she finally did for my birthday. I loved it. It's hanging up in my room right now. And you will get one of those at $15 a month. And then for our big spenders, $25 a month, we do a script of the month. Ellen and I switch on and off, and we write a script a month, and the only people who get access to that is people who pay $25 and up. And Ellen and I have several writing credits at this point, with different theaters, either in Western New York or otherwise. She's been featured in the Equity Library for the Actors Equity Association, and I've been featured off Broadway. So, I mean, you're getting some like professional scripts here for $25 a month, and we go back and forth. Our very first one was called Closet Captives, and that was actually the very first play we wrote together. It was a film, not a play, but you get what I'm saying. And that was featured in the Eastern Seals Disability Challenge, where we had to write this and film it and edit it all in like a couple of days. So it's been, and that is also up there too on our Patreon, so under extra stuff. So please feel free to take a look at the Patreon. We have a ton of other things planned, and I'll be really excited and scream really loud, not really loud. I'll scream at like a nice level that won't like, peak your audio or anything, but I'll be very excited if you sign up during this quarantine quarters. And I'll happily shout your name to the heavens. But we're very excited for that. I'll stop talking for a second. I'll be back. Don't you worry. But Layla is going to talk to you a little bit about the podcast that she and Zach host called The Buffalo Ghostlight.
Absolutely. So Buffalo Ghostlight is this really great podcast that Zach and I have been working on. We release every other week, and the podcast is dedicated to talking about various topics, usually always related to theater, but we also talk about film, since Zach is more interested in film and I'm interested in theater. And so we talk about it from the perspective of young artists who are working within a company. How do we grow? How do we move forward? How do we improve? Some of our episodes that have already released, we talked about superstitions and habits that take place in theater still now, which was a very fun episode and very fun to talk about. And we have lots of really interesting stuff coming forward. We should have an episode releasing. It's not today, but it will be next week. So yeah, definitely feel free to give it a listen. It's been really fun recording with Zach and hearing from a different perspective, because I'm a huge theater nerd. So it's always really interesting to, talk about theater with someone who isn't necessarily like the most passionate about it, but does have a huge interest in it and comes from it from a different viewpoint. So that's been really fun. Yeah. So Maddie, back to you.
It's super fun to listen to. I listen to it. It's really great. So on a more serious note, just because the hashtag goes away doesn't mean the topic isn't trending anymore. We want to be very clear that we support Black Lives Matter and Stop Asian Hate. We're going to put some links for all of you in the comments, just to keep up with like local news and different books and resources to, help us all educate ourselves on things like this. I know from my experience, there was some stuff with The Bachelor, which is a show that I follow pretty closely, and we have the link for Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man, written by Emmanuel Acho, who hosted AFR after that whole scandal had happened. I don't want to call it a scandal, but after that whole thing happened this year, it's something that Ellen and myself and Layla and Zach have all been trying to make sure that we keep up with stuff like this and help educate ourselves, even though it's not something that we necessarily experience ourselves. It's good to stay educated and to keep up with things. So we'll have all of those resources for you up right now on our comment section. And moving forward, we do have a really wonderful script by Sarah Henderson, a good friend of ours and writer for GBP, called Look Up. Ellen is leading the way on this one. Zach is our director of photography. They just started filming last month, April. It is coming along so good. All of the pictures that I have seen, I'm so jealous that I have not been able to make it to a shoot. It looks like so much fun. The cast is huge, it's diverse, and they're following all of the COVID rules. And I'm just so proud and happy about this whole movie. And I'm so glad that Sarah's trusted us to get it out the door for her. So definitely keep a lookout for Look Up. Something I forgot to mention on the Patreon, because we are doing a lot of things, you'll get special Look Up extra content at $15 and up. So be sure to take a look at that stuff. We have interviews with several people from the production team at this point. Zach and Tyler and Umar, have been on this project for literally years. So this is something that they're really, really passionate about, and it shows in all of their work. And then I'm going to pass it back to Layla for our friends at the Buffalo Theater Workshop.
Absolutely. So the Buffalo Theater Workshop was established by Emma English, who's a wonderful woman who noticed that within the Buffalo theater scene, we didn't really have a place where artists could work on and workshop their plays. So she basically filled that void and created the Buffalo Theater Workshop as a space for playwrights and film script writers to come together and to workshop and hear their plays read out loud. Because I know that a lot of times we view the writing experience as a very isolated one, but sometimes you really need to hear it read out loud, especially plays, because you're talking the whole time. So it's been a really, really great way of helping artists grow and become better at their work, hearing different things that they can improve on and how they can make it better. I know for myself, I did the Buffalo Theater Workshop, and I took a play that was maybe 10, 15 pages and is now almost a full-length play. And that was all from notes that were given to me from that workshop. And I know lots of other people have absolutely benefited from using that amazing resource that Emma provides basically for free. We do it once a month. So if you have a script that you've been working on that you think is stuck or could be better, feel free to submit it to the Buffalo Theater Workshop. I will put the email in the comments, and feel free to send it our way. We read them, and then one play is picked per month, unless we do a short play month. But yeah. So that's it for all of our introductory stuff. And now we will be getting started with the quarantine quarters. Yay! So I'm very excited to read the plays that we will be reading tonight are My Grandma Gave Me This by Leslie Cairns, Loved and Lost by Hannah Chapman, and Not But in Mistaking by Hannah Lee DeFreitas. So I will be reading My Grandma Gave Me This. The thing that's really fun with the quarantine quarters is that our playwrights get given prompts and then they have to incorporate them into the plays. For My Grandma Gave Me This, only one piece of dialogue had to be used, but maybe all three were used. You just have to take a listen. So the dialogue was, "Who do you think you are, Duran Duran? Do us both a favor. And we're met with nothing but forks in the road. You just hope you pick the correct ones." The props that had to be used were a giant leaf pile, a dog collar, and a thermos. And any of the settings that could be used were outside a rundown house, a parent or guardian's house, and a farmer's market. So any of those settings could be used. Now I'm just looking to see if my friends are unmuted so that we can record. We're going to start reading, friends. You can unmute. Alrighty then. I think that's everyone. Awesome. So, My Grandma Gave Me This by Leslie Cairns. We open up on the outside of a rundown house where the main character, Tony, is sitting on the porch, a dustpan next to her. She's laughing into her hands when the lights come up.
What did I think I was doing? What did you think I was going to do with this place, Grandma?
She walks over to a pile of leaves and rakes them, then collapses into them, still laughing.
Who knew it hurt this much to start over? Hey, what's this?
She picks up a lost dog collar, then begins to wipe her eyes.
Wait, this can't be. It's Danish's collar from 1998.
Lights fade and come back up. We see a teenage girl, younger Tony, and grandmother, Bet, who is gardening out front. The house is less run down, more comfortable, chic than run down.
He only left me.
The stinking dog.
Have I said that a lot of times around you, hun?
About 1,000,000.
Well, it's the dang truth. Can you believe your grandpa left me for a young beach babe? 29? For gosh sakes, we're 50.
You think it's love?
Tony puts on her sunglasses, flicking through a magazine, sitting down on the porch.
Tony, I wish I knew. I wish I knew.
Do you think the coffee is ready?
I bet it is. But why do you like coffee anyways? You're only, what, knee-high to a grasshopper?
You say that every time. 15. I'm 15.
Oh, right. My glam girl. One thermos coming up, if my knees will let me.
I can get it.
Blessed girl, it's okay. Good for me to move.
I have your red lipstick too to practice for.
School? High school?
Exactly. You're the only one I know who knows how to do a cat eye, like Dad would know. Mom, well, she didn't know either.
No, she didn't know how to fit in, did she? My daughter, the wild child, but didn't know how to do a good cat's eye. I'll be right back, darling. Lipstick and coffee.
Cream, please.
Bet exits. Two women walk past Tony slowly, looking at the house. They are Bet's age. We know them as Paige and Melinda.
The house on the corner.
Why does she live here without a man? It's
Ridiculous.
going to say cowardly, but what do I know? Like, get a new guy. It's been 5 years.
You know, I hear her granddaughter's sometimes the only one who comes.
Melinda fake smiles and grimaces as if worrying that Tony heard something. Tony stands, mad, as if she's about to hit these women. Suddenly, we hear the sound of thunder. Tony looks up at the sky, distracted.
Oh, it's your grandma.
Thank God I'm not a grandma yet.
But you are the same age, aren't you?
I suppose so. Do us a favor.
Need some sweet tea for your aging skin in this sun and humidity?
We do not. Anyways, can you tell her thank you for her donations? But we simply do not need them. She can come collect her collection as soon as possible.
A collection? She didn't tell me.
Oh dear, just her husband's old things, some button-ups, her chicken collection. As if the poor woman needed to look at a bunch of cocks.
Sorry, dear. That was rude of us. But please, we don't need some old things.
Tony walks right up to them on Melinda's toe, looking up and down.
Who do you think you are? Duran? You are not cool enough or young enough to be making fun of my gram like that. And I loved his button-ups, so I'll take them. And as for the cocks, You wish you had such a collection. A collection of cocks!
Disturbed girl. Come on, Melinda.
Yes. Come on, Melinda.
Tony's grandma rushes out with a thermos, setting it down on the porch.
Coffee in the middle of the day? Interesting.
What was that about cocks? Ladies, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, I suppose. Have you started on happy hour without me?
Your granddaughter started it, and we just don't need your donations. Come collect them as soon as possible.
We have to go.
Toodaloo.
I thought bitchiness ended after high school.
You wish. And what were you thinking talking about cocks in front of them? You were just ruffling their feathers, so to speak. Those women love gossip.
Did you ever think about leaving? I mean, leaving women like this, going to a city.
Oh, honey, there are always women like this. And in my generation, we weren't allowed to be
Like me?
like you. Come here, honey. Scooch closer.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Open your mouth so I can put your lipstick on.
You know, like go to a city and just be whoever you want. And if someone is mean, you can just be someone else.
Hush, girl. Repeat after I'm done. Notice the stars for a second. Take a breath.
It's daylight.
That I heard. Sure, it's daylight, but you can picture the stars anytime. That's what I do when those women come close or tell me they don't want my donations. You think this is the first time? Last month, it was the pears I got from Fred.
Fred!
I still can't hear you. Now, pucker and take this. Blot. Make it perfect.
You heard me. How about Fred? He likes you.
He's lonely. I'm lonely. Not the same thing. As I was saying, when I get upset, I just look at the stars, even if it's not time for them to come out yet. I picture them sparkling, waiting for the moon to dance. Then I feel all right. You do that, Tony. Those girls bully you in high school. You hear me? Yeah, your dad told me.
Figures.
Tony stands up and goes over to the window, wiping the layer of dust off and posing in front of it, looking at the red lipstick.
The girls in your school are just lonely. Remember that. And maybe, you could, your dad said,
Stop.
he said that you turned down all invites from all the cliques. Tennis team, the charm girls, and who else?
From Claire. Just Claire.
Just Claire. A friend is a friend. You hear me?
Oh, you just go and make friends with Melinda and Paige then, Graham.
That's different. They made fun of my chicken collection.
Why did you give them away anyways?
They were collecting dust. Reminded me he was gone, that's all. You understand.
I guess.
What I'm saying is, pick one of those groups. Maybe not the charm girls.
Yeah, no idea why they want to be friends with me. They rule the school. Maybe they just want to let me in, then roll me back out again.
Now you listen here, Tony. You're beautiful, smart, and you dated that hot young thing last year. Maybe they want to learn how you manage to sparkle when middle school is usually just a place to sour like a lemon. You underestimate yourself.
I doubt that. They seem mean.
Okay, then, what's wrong with Claire?
Nothing. Nothing. It's just, she's a better person than me. She knew me, she wouldn't want to be my friend. And just don't want to set her up for that, for failure like that.
Ish posh.
It's true. I make necklaces out of bugs and sell them on eBay.
I love your ladybug necklaces. See?
And people online do, but no one at my school sees past the fact that I collect ladybugs. Dead ones. I laugh at inappropriate jokes. I like watching cops. I have a mom who walked out on me without even a note. Her mom is basically Betty Crocker. It's too much of a difference, a landslide of difference. I'm a storm and she's the blizzard. She's pretty, vanilla, clean, just dirty everything, you understand?
I disagree. I gave you my spirit, and that's what she sees. Besides, having the same sort of friends is boring.
Tony sips her coffee and leans on her grandma.
Maybe. Tennis team, Graham? I mean, they are the weirdest girls. They literally talk about boys, and that's it. Just boys. It's like they sweat and make fart jokes at our age. That's not why I'm making myself look pretty. I make my hair up for me. I dance in the rain for me. And those girls just dream about Brody and Tucker and Tanner.
Some things don't change. I like that. Biscuit, come out here. It's about time for his midday treat. You reminded me of talking about bugs and not fitting in.
Wait, do I look okay?
Red has never painted a town as pretty. Biscuit!
Bark!
Oh, Biscuit, you lazy thing.
Be nice to him. He's just an old fart.
Watch who you're calling old, you. I love you, Tony. As you get into high school, you don't have to visit me all the time. I vote Claire, by the way. Invite her. Who knows? She may even like your true crime podcast you record, which I know about. Your
Dad told me. Jeez, he gives it all up, huh?
He just worries since your mom left. Biscuit is not going to come out. I'm going to have to go in and bring the treat to him. Hoy.
She bends down and picks up a pine cone. She takes lemon out of her pocket and sprinkles it over the pine cone. She then takes out a Splenda packet from her other pocket and spills it over the pine cone.
You have everything in your pocket.
Just some sugar and some lemons. Always ready to make lemonade, see?
Not a saying.
Is it? I'll be back out. Come on, you're wearing a lipstick. Now, be brave. We're met with nothing but forks in the road. You just hope you pick the correct ones.
Bet exits humming Elvis again. We hear her calling, "Biscuit, where are you, lazy bones?" through stage left as she exits the stage. Tony stands up and exhales loudly, running her hands through her hair.
Friends, make a friend. It takes one phone call.
Bet comically holds out a dial-up phone with a cord that seems to be leading into the house, as if she knew.
It works on the porch. You go now.
Hey, okay.
Tony dials, somehow, knowing Claire's number by heart. The lights go down and come back up. Now Claire is on stage right in her room. She's perky and has her hair up in a high ponytail, listening to Elvis. She's surrounded by a pink bedroom and a tall mirror. Tony is on stage left, still at Grandma Bet's house in the background.
Duh, I'm just glad you called. Are you going to take me up on an invite? What have I invited you to so far? Volunteering at the senior center, baking scones with my mom, the movies?
No, I suck.
No, you don't.
We see her stand at the mirror, straightening herself and picking at her straight ends.
Need to know. Why do you want to be my friend? I'm a dust storm.
Oh, what?
Mind, just pick up things. I like collecting dead things. My mom left like I was a storm. I'm not like you. I wear red lipstick even though everyone else just wears shimmery gloss.
Right. The kind that makes your lips hurt. Have you tried it?
Oh, it seems stupid. Is the gloss made of stuff we're allergic to?
Yep. Kind of like you with hanging out.
Hey! if your mom thinks I'm a bad influence or something.
She won't.
You know that rundown house? The one a town over?
Oh my god, the orange one! I love it. I call it the Clementine.
I love that. Grandma, she lives there. Women in this town were so mean to her. Not cookies with your mom, but do you want to come do a rescue mission?
Excuse me? What? Did you just say the C word?
My grandma donated a bunch of rooster ceramics my grandfather gave her before he left. He gave her one every year. She thinks she's done with the memories, with trying to care, but I know she wants them back. And the women just treated them like garbage. And my grandfather's old button-ups, you know those buffalo plaid kind?
I have always wanted to wear those with Converse. I just got a pair of pink ones.
Are you up to egging an old woman's makeshift donation shop? It's not Goodwill, more like Evilville. And we can grab the rooster collection and the buttons up. Is that weird? I just have seen how these women talked about my grandma. Grandma is brave, fearless, living alone without a guide, the only woman her age I know to be doing so.
I'm in. Can my mom be the getaway car? She'd love it.
No way. She would?
She's not as primrose as you think. Give us an hour. Yes?
Good friend.
I know I am. See you soon.
Lights fade and open up on.
It's just stage.
Babette gave me the house that gave me the guts to be brave. Skid was the best and laziest dog. Ate the meanest coffee and the best red lip. You helped me make my first real friend. Miss you, Grandma. I'm sorry I let this house fade down.
Tony picks up the phone.
There, I know it's been a while, but want to help me fix up a house?
Lights come up on stage right, a grown-up Claire who makes eye contact with the audience and smiles. Lights fade. Thank you, everyone. That was wonderful. I'm so glad that we were able to read that play. And I'm going to pass it over to Maddie.
Yeah, me again, everybody. Super excited to be back. Hi, Lori Mara, who's in the chat. This play, Loved and Lost, was written by Hannah Chapman, and it's her birthday today. So a big, super special happy birthday to Hannah Chapman, our good friend from Windows Theater. So excited that we get to read your play on your birthday. That's like the coolest thing. Didn't even plan it. Unbelievable and amazing. So I just wanted to quickly do as I promised and shout out those patrons. Yes, that's right. These people who pay $1, $5, $10, $15, $25 a month so that Green Buffalo can keep kicking through the pandemic. If you have an extra $5 a month, or if you're one of those people that like to pay just like up front, we finally got the approval to get annual patronage or something like that, and you get a 15% discount. So I completely lied to you. It'll be less than $12 if you only do the $1 one, because you get a 15% off discount. So take advantage of that. But before we get started, I just wanted to say big, huge thank you from me and the Green Buffalo team to Alyssa Adams, Ariella Lusterman, Brian Shearer, Chris Barker, Chris Bernard, David Wysocki, Derry Howell, Deanna Hariluck, Elizabeth Pope, Emily Bystrak, Emma English, Gwendolyn Davis, Jack Levine, Jelaine Burley, Juliette Edwards, who's here, by the way. She's an actor. She is great. Katie Schwabka, Kayla Ruman, Kelly Buth, Laurel Walford, Leslie Lusterman, Leslie Cairns, Lori Mara, Pete Sheldon, Ryan Henneberger, Sarah Emmerling, Sarah Henderson, Scott Seifrieds, Sean Cheeky, St. Blair, Lex Blair, who is also here today, Steve Hattrick, Susan Miles, Wayne Conover, and Zoe Kyriazis. And I am keeping my eyes out for all of you to be in our inbox to do the Patreon. So if you do that during this play, I'll read your name and I'll be very excited about it. And you'll make my whole day. And I'm sure you'll make Hannah's day. And it's her birthday. And isn't that what we are here to do? Anyway, this next play, Loved and Lost by Hannah Chapman, is going to be read. Brent will be played by Christian Hall, and Liam will be played by Jordan Whitlow. My name is Madison. I'll be reading the stage directions, and let me just make sure that my actors are unmuted. Perfection. All right, and we'll just jump right in. And because there are prompts, obviously the dialogue that needed to be used was either I want to be that person again, I swear on my grandma I didn't do it, nothing holds up to time. The props that needed to be used were pancakes, iced coffee, and a shower curtain. And the settings it could have been were the hospital cafeteria, the boardwalk, a 99-cent store, and we are on an empty boardwalk. There's a bench downstage right. A colorful shower curtain is lying on the ground center stage. Brent and Liam enter stage left. They are both wearing light jackets. Liam is holding a takeout box and some napkins. Brent is holding a plastic drink cup with a straw in it. They walk slowly across the stage.
Saying, bud, I don't know how you deal with all that sludge in your coffee.
You mean the ice?
Ice is literally just frozen water, man. I'm talking about all the sugar and crap they put in there.
Brent looks at the drink and shrugs.
It's tasty?
Tasty?
Dude, I don't know. I just ordered whatever the special was.
That's another thing. It's like 43 degrees out here. Why would they have an iced coffee as their special right now?
Beats me.
Brent takes a drink of his coffee. He steps on the shower curtain and stops when he hears the rustling. He looks down and stares wistfully at it.
I want to be that person again.
Liam looks over at Brent, who is still staring down at the shower curtain.
Say what?
What?
Care to elaborate?
Brent looks back down at the shower curtain.
The kid who would have picked this up and worn it as a cape and run off down the boardwalk being a superhero, not caring what anyone thought about him.
Liam follows Brent's gaze.
All I want is to sit down and eat these pancakes before they get cold. As I may have mentioned, it's Sal's third batch.
It's 43 degrees, I know. There's a bench right there. Why don't you sit down and eat?
Liam walks towards the bench, then hesitates when he realizes Brent isn't following him. He turns back towards him.
Just keep walking for a while, maybe. I don't know.
No. Sit down.
Why?
Because for the past half an hour, you've been making these comments, but not sense.
What?
Dude, you're acting weird. I'm not about to let you just wander off down this pier by yourself.
Boardwalk.
Tomato. Sit.
Brent walks to the bench and sits, slowly sipping his iced coffee. Liam sits on the other side of the bench, sets down his napkins, and opens the takeout box. He picks up a small bottle of syrup from the box, opens it, and sniffs it.
Ow.
What?
It's just good syrup, man.
Fantastic. I'm really happy for you.
Brent looks off into the distance again.
Is that sarcasm? Oh well.
Liam pours the syrup onto his pancakes, puts the lid back on the bottle, and sets it next to the napkin. He then picks up the plastic fork from the box and begins eating. After a few moments, Brent looks at him.
Why did we have to come out and get pancakes at this hour again?
Always want to get Sal's third batch of the day.
Why the third one?
The first batch is trash. The second one is like warming up. And the third one is glorious. Every single time. And then everything after that is just meh. for the rest of the day.
And you know this because
Years of trial and error.
pancake research.
Exactly. I swear, I don't know what they put in this syrup. It's amazing.
Brent watches Liam enjoy his pancakes for a moment.
Must be nice. Worrying about pancakes.
Don't worry about it, I just eat them.
Yeah, but you're worried about which batch you get.
Really? I mean, if I had to eat the mediocre 5th batch one day, it wouldn't be the end of the world.
Brent says nothing, and then he looks back at the shower curtain on the ground. Liam looks up.
You okay? Hey. Dude. Brent.
Brent looks up, startled.
Huh?
See, this is why I asked you to come with me this morning. I thought the pancakes might cheer you up.
Why do you think I need cheering up?
Because you've been moping around for the last week and a half.
No, I haven't.
I've known you since preschool, dude, and this... Is Brent Jacob Willis upset about something?
Shut up, Liam.
I rest my case.
Liam goes back to his pancakes. Brent sighs, leans back, and closes his eyes. After a few moments, Liam looks over to him.
If you want me to drag it out of you, you're out of luck. You're a grown man. You sure you don't want any?
Nah, I'll stick with the coffee.
You mean the sugar fest?
Whatever.
Coffee should be black, with nothing added to it. And there should be steam coming off of it.
Speak for yourself.
Brent goes back to sipping his coffee. Liam goes back to his pancakes. They sit there like that for a few minutes.
I wonder why people say it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all.
Liam looks up, thoroughly concerned.
I mean, what's with the E and the D?
You.
No, seriously.
I think those are the 5th and 4th letters of the alphabet, respectively.
I mean, why is it that when you lose somebody, people assume you don't still love them?
I don't know, it's just an expression, dude.
I mean, when Sparky died, just because he wasn't there to chew my shoes to bits anymore didn't mean I'd stopped loving him.
It's not.
And when my grandmother passed away, what? Do people think that all love just becomes past tense or something?
Liam continues cakes and
when you broke up
listening.
with Kelly, when you broke up with Kelly after high school.
Bringing that up, man.
Sorry, but do you still love her?
No.
Okay, bad example.
What's with all this philosophical mumbo jumbo?
What?
Dude, this isn't you.
Brent looks back over the shower curtain on the ground.
You're not eating. You're drinking nasty coffee.
Liam looks over to where Brent is looking.
And you're staring at a sandy shower curtain and thinking about flying off into the ocean wearing it as a cape.
Brent sighs and looks at Liam. Liam shrugs and looks at him as if to say, "What the heck is going on?" After a moment, Brent pulls a cell phone out of his pocket and pushes some buttons, looking something up. Liam says nothing. Brent hesitates, then hands the phone back to Liam, who looks at it for a moment, then nods in understanding. Liam hands the phone back to Brent, who looks at it briefly and then puts it back in his pocket. Brent takes another sip of his coffee.
Yeah.
You love her?
Not romantically anymore. I mean, she's getting married. I don't want to get in the way of anyone's happiness.
What about yours?
Well, I blew that a long time ago. With her, anyway.
Tell her.
I did.
And when was this?
Around Valentine's Day last year.
Good choice.
Not really. I think she was already dating this other guy and didn't want to tell me.
Yikes.
Besides, I waited too long. I think she thought I only wanted to be friends. I was just scared of losing her altogether, you know? Making it too awkward to even be friends anymore.
Did you?
Did I what?
Make it too awkward.
Not at first, but now she doesn't really even answer me. Probably feels weird about it now since she's engaged. But I do still love her. I mean, we were friends for a really long time. So I guess I've lost, but I still love, I guess.
Cheesy poetry.
Thanks for the support, dude.
Hey, anytime.
They sit in silence for a moment. Liam closes the takeout box.
I just feel weird, you know? Like I need to get back to my old self or something.
Liam glances down at the shower curtain.
There's the hero cape.
Thanks a lot.
Liam picks up the syrup bottle and takes off the lid. He offers it to Brent.
No thanks.
Liam takes a drink out of the syrup bottle. Brent shakes his head.
Telling you, man, you're missing out.
I think I'll survive.
Brent looks back at the shower curtain again. Liam watches him for a moment.
Maybe that's the problem.
Brent looks up.
What is?
That you still love who you used to be. But maybe that's not who you're supposed to be anymore.
Who's making up cheesy poetry now?
No, I'm serious. You're still hung up on Nellie. You're moping around. You're considering handling a shower curtain that we don't even know where it's been.
Will you drop the shower curtain?
No, it's working for me. It's like you're trying to get back in touch with some former version of yourself.
Maybe.
Well, what if you were supposed to lose yourself?
What?
Not lose yourself, but that version of yourself. You know? Maybe it's time for something new, and you're just scared to move on.
They sit there for a moment. Liam picks up the syrup bottle and drinks the rest of it.
Wow.
Then again, maybe you shouldn't listen to the guy who's high on pancake syrup.
How did I win the best friend lottery?
Don't know, but you definitely didn't.
Right.
You ready to go?
I guess so.
They stand up and begin to walk. Brent stops and looks at the shower curtain.
Dude, don't even look at it.
Yeah. Guess I should leave it in the past. In the past, huh?
I was just gonna say we don't know whose house that came from.
Poetic.
Thanks.
They begin walking again.
I'm getting hungry. Should you figure Sal's on by now?
At least 6th or 7th.
What do you say? You want some meh pancakes?
Hey, if they'll just give me another bottle of syrup, I'll be good.
Oh, and my coffee is full of sugar sludge.
Hey, those are two entirely different things.
Says you.
The lights go down on the lonely, discarded shower curtain. End of play. Thank you so much, Jordan and Christian, and thank you so much, Hannah Chapman, and happy birthday. We had a really great time reading this piece, and we were so happy to pick it for the quarantine quarters. Before I hand it over to Layla again, I'm going to shout out those very special patrons. You know that I was going to do it. We're really excited, and you still have time. Oh my gosh, 24/7. Now you can pay annually, 15% off discount for annual members. So feel free to go to patreon.com and look us up, Green Buffalo Productions, and become a patron today. It's going to help out a local theater. It's going to make sure that we can do all of the fun things that we have planned for the rest of the year and when we reopen for our next season, which is really, really exciting, and we cannot wait. So that's a special thank you to Alyssa Adams, Ariella Lesterman, Brian Shearer, Chris Barker, Chris Bernard, David Wysocki, Derry Howell, Deanna, Hari Luck, Elizabeth Pope, Emily Bystrack, Emma English, Gwendolyn Davis, Jack Levine, Jelaine Burley, Juliet Edwards, who is here, woohoo! Katie Schwebka, Kayla Ruman, Kelly Buth, Laurel Walford, Leslie Lusterman, Leslie Cairns, who wrote for us today. We read her play first. She is amazing. Lori Mara, Pete Sheldon, Ryan Henneberger, Sarah Emmerling, Sarah Henderson, Scott Seifritz, Sean Cheeky, Lex Blair, who we will hear in the next play. Woo! Steve Hattrick, Susan Miles, Wayne Conover, and Zoe Kyriazis, all wonderful patrons, all doing really great things and helping us stay on top of everything all of the time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you would like to be a patron, link in the comments, and also just go to patreon.com and search Green Buffalo Productions. Layla, take it from here.
I couldn't find my unmute button. So I will be reading the last play for the evening, called Not But in Mistaking by Hannah Lee DeFreitas. The potential dialogue that could be used was, changing my life is a risk I'm not willing to take. I'm not afraid of natural disasters. And don't you like my leg hairs? The props that had to be used were a tomato, a scale, and a drying rack. And the setting could be a bar, the bathroom, or a basement. And I'm just checking to see if everyone is ready. Might as well introduce who's reading for what, because I forgot to do that in the last play. So Cece is being read by Katie Maddox. Penny is being read by Lex Blair. Joanne is being read by Peg DeBlaze. Henry is being read by Jordan Whitlow. And literally everyone else is being read by Juliet Leaney. So I'm very excited. Not But in Mistaking by Hannah Lee DeFreitas. Lights up on a bathroom. There is a dry erase board with Bridal Suite written in pink loopy marker letters hanging on the exterior of the door, which leads out into the hall. Inside the bathroom, various makeup products lay scattered around the sink. There is a drying rack in the corner with a bunch of hangers hanging off of it, and a flower crown, a couple of bouquets resting precariously on the top. Cece, the bride, sits in a chair which has clearly been pulled from another room and set in front of the mirror above the sink. She places a silver locket around her neck as she smiles at the mirror. Meanwhile, Penny stands behind her, helping her with her hair.
All right, just got to pin this piece here. Now, close your eyes. I'm going to spray.
Penny spritzes Cece's hair with a can of hairspray.
How you feeling?
Good. I'm so excited.
I'm excited for you. You guys deserve each other.
You don't think we're rushing into this, do you?
Don't tell me you're getting cold feet now.
No. Gosh, no. I love Henry more than anything.
Yeah, he's a really good guy.
I know.
Eyes closed.
Penny sprays Cece's hair again.
Sometimes it still amazes me that someone like him wants to spend the rest of his life with me.
What do you mean?
He's consistently amazing and kind and smart and perfect.
Honey, nobody's perfect.
And I'm
the incredible woman he loves. I will not be tolerating any self-hate. Especially not today.
I was just gonna say...
Relax, hon. It's just nerves. Deep breaths.
I know, I just mean we only met like 6 months ago.
Cece, that doesn't matter. God's timing, love. God's timing.
What if we're not ready?
Well, do you feel ready?
Do I ever feel ready for...
Cece, take a deep breath right now. This is supposed to be the happiest day of your life. In a few minutes, you are going to go down into your living room and marry a man who loves you so dang much. Everything will be perfect. I'll make sure of it.
You just said nobody's perfect.
I said nobody, but a wedding isn't a body. It's a thing. And I think that... You're screwing with me, aren't you?
Maybe a little.
Yeah. But really, your nerves are valid. But remember, you've been excited about this ever since he gave you the ring. Everything is going to be great.
I know. I love him so much. And
There's a knock at the door.
Who is it?
Joanne!
No.
Come on, Penny!
Bridal party only.
What about the maid of honor's older sister?
Especially not the maid of honor's older sister.
But I need to talk to you.
Now?
Obviously.
I'm so sorry. I'll be right back.
That's fine. Good luck.
Penny yanks open the door and steps into the hallway to meet Joanne, closing the door behind her.
What? Be quick. I know for a fact that Cece would rather not talk to you.
What? Why not?
You know why?
It was weeks ago. She needs to get over it.
Excuse you?
Nothing.
So what is it you want?
I don't know how to say this, but
Joanne.
what does one do when one sees something one shouldn't have?
English, please.
Like if you witnessed something you were not meant to see, something bad. What do?
Witness protection, my dude.
No, I'm serious.
Do you need help hiding a body, Joanne?
Ha ha.
Well, can it wait till after the reception? I have to give a toast to my best friend, and I'd rather not have blood on my dress when I do it.
No, this is urgent.
Gosh, Joanne, who did you kill?
No one. Wait, did you actually think?
No, I think you're full of crap.
Why do you always?
Because you always do.
Well, this time I'm dead serious.
So there is a body.
No, that was a metaphor.
Good, so then can't this wait? We have a wedding to do.
I already told you this can't wait.
Why not?
It has to do with the wedding.
Of course it does. What is it?
It's about the English teacher.
Henry. He has a name. It's Henry.
You're not going to care about that in a minute.
Oh gosh, Joanne. Don't tell me you killed the groom.
You stop that. This is serious.
Okay, fine. Will you tell me what's up then, please?
Just texted it to you. See for yourself.
Penny pulls out her phone and looks at the message.
Oh my God, is that?
Yep.
No.
Yes.
Where did you get this?
Took it myself.
When, you creep?
Last night, I ran into them at Leo's.
You were at Leo's last night?
Yeah.
You were invited to the bachelor party.
Gosh, Penny, it's a public restaurant. As in open to the public. As in anyone can go there.
Don't talk down to me.
Stop interrupting me then.
Okay, continue.
And so anyway, I looked up at one point and saw this going down over by the bar. Thought I'd snap a pic for proof.
And you're absolutely sure this was last night?
Yep.
The night before his wedding?
Unfortunately.
How do I know you're not making up to mess with?
Why would I do that?
Penny gives Joanne a look.
Okay, yes, I know we've been petty before, but this is me trying to be helpful. I swear, contrary to popular belief, I care about Cece.
You sure about that?
She's my friend.
First of all, she's my friend. Second, you trying to sabotage the cafe, aka our life's work.
Sabotage? That's such a strong word. Come on. It was just a bit of fun.
Fun? That review you wrote was terrible. Rat poop chip cookies? What crap? Cece and I could have lost our jobs.
Must I remind you, I did lose mine.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but it was the last straw. Please understand. It's important to me that you understand that.
Hired by my own sister.
Did I remind you about the engagement party?
Okay, that was...
Well, where you got drunk and fell all over her fiance?
Oh, come on. That was an accident.
The accident, my ass.
And I think he was kind of into it. That's beside the point. Or maybe that's just the point I'm trying to make.
I've heard enough.
Look, here I am trying to stop her from making a big mistake. Y'all don't have to listen to me, though. If you're really all okay with this, by all means, let your best friend get married and learn the hard way. I'll bring tissues to the divorce.
So, you're serious?
For the 1000th time, yes. There is the literal photo proof.
She waves her phone to remind her sister.
Crap. This is bad.
I know.
What are we gonna tell Cece? She's gonna be devastated.
Tell me what?
Penny and Joan whip their heads around to see that the bathroom door has opened and Cece is standing there listening.
Oops.
Tell me what?
There's something you should see.
Penny passes her phone to Cece, who looks down at it, eyes filling with hurt.
What is this?
I'm so sorry, Cece.
Where did this come from?
I took it last night.
Last night?
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Wait, you took it?
Does it matter? It's photo evidence.
This is real?
100%.
But he wouldn't.
But he did.
But
Don't beat yourself up. You two have only been together for like half a year.
Cece begins to hyperventilate.
how am I supposed to get married?
I'm here.
Penny wraps Cece into a hug.
I thought he loved me.
I know.
He said he loved me.
I know.
I loved him. How could he do this to me?
I know. It's unfair.
What am I going to do?
I don't think you should let that scumbag take advantage of you like that.
What are you saying?
I say call him on his bullshit.
I guess I'll text him.
No.
You mean in front of people?
Witnesses. It's what a strong woman would do.
It is.
Absolutely. Have you seen any movies?
I don't know if I can do that.
Cece, you don't deserve to be treated this way. You're a strong, independent woman.
I am?
Repeat after me. I am a strong, independent woman, and I take no one's crap.
I am a strong, independent.
Oh, honey, come here. Come here. Your mascara's starting to run. Here, let me fix it up, okay?
Penny leads Cece back towards the sink.
Can I get you anything? Anything at all? A drink, maybe? You want a Bloody Mary? I'll get you a Bloody Mary.
Okay.
Okay.
Penny begins to wipe Cece's muddied tears with a tissue.
Why don't you give it to her down there and tell Bella to start the wedding march while you're at it?
All right.
I feel so stupid.
But you're not stupid. Men are stupid.
A disaster.
On the scale of a hurricane.
Deviously, under her breath as she begins to walk away so that neither the bride nor the maid of honor can hear,
I'm not afraid of natural disasters.
Joanne disappears. After a few moments, Cece and Penny both take a deep breath. A wedding march begins to play from an offstage piano. Squaring her shoulders, Cece sets a flower crown on her head and Penny hands her a bouquet. Then, silently, the two women disappear in the same direction Joanne had left, with Penny holding the train of Cece's gown. After a beat, we hear the wedding begin off stage.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to join this man and this woman in holy matrimony. If anyone should have any reason that this man and this woman should not be married, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Do you have any, Henry?
Of course not.
Really?
Cece, I love you.
Alrighty then, we shall proceed. Love is patient, love is kind, love knows no bounds.
What?
You love only me.
Yes. Cece, what is this about?
I think you know.
I swear I don't.
A hush falls between them. The guests begin to whisper.
Would you like me to hold?
That would be great. Thank you.
Oh, don't you now?
Where is it coming from? There was no one else I would rather get married to.
Liar.
What?
I know, Henry.
What are you talking about?
I know about her.
Who?
That's what I should be asking you. Who is she, Henry?
Cece.
Who is she?
I'm sorry, but I don't know who.
Bull, I know about her, and I know you were with her last night. Do you have any idea how that makes me feel?
See, I never.
And you can't even be honest with me now.
I wouldn't lie to you. Cece, I don't understand where you're getting all of this all of a sudden.
Shut up. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I can't believe you made out with another woman the night before our wedding. The night before.
I'd never.
You cheating scum of a liar.
Hold up.
I refuse to marry someone who can't even tell me the truth.
You tell him, Queen.
I wish I could say I never loved you, Henry, but that would be a lie. Broke my freaking heart, you freaking rotten tomato.
The sound of a splash. Gasps arise from all who hear it. There is the sound of glass smashing, followed by more gasps.
Well, bloody hell. Get it?
Shut up.
Commotion begins to arise. Cece stumbles into the bathroom, arms and hands covered in splashes of pureed tomato. She runs to the sink, sobbing as she washes the Bloody Mary remnants away. Then she sits on the edge of the tub, tearfully pulling bobby pins out of her hair and throwing them onto the floor. Meanwhile, offstage, the commotion crescendos.
Literally, what the hell was that? I don't even know. Don't step on the glass. Someone should clean that up. Certainly didn't see that one coming. I did. We all know the bride is insecure, but that's another level. I'm disappointed in her. Bridezilla seems like a nut. I think the English teacher dodged a bullet there. Really? I'm proud of Cece for standing her ground. Yeah, such a strong woman. I admire her for that. Shame on Henry. Yeah, screw him. Hey man, you okay?
I don't know what to think.
Yeah, you don't think.
Shut up, Joanne. What was she talking about?
Don't even know. I'm confused. I would never cheat on Cece.
But you did, lover boy? I've seen the picture.
What picture?
I saw it too.
What picture?
You're pathetic.
Dang, serves him right. I don't think he did it. Look at him. I don't know. Penny believes it, and Penny never lies. Hey, phone's away. If any of you dares post anything about this on the internet, I will fight you. Chill, Ben.
Penny makes her way to the bathroom and sits beside the distraught Cece, who has been fidgeting with her locket. Cece collapses into her friend's arm.
Oh, baby, cry it out. Cry it out.
What a dang catastrophe. Well, I should probably go and pick up my dry cleaning. I mean, I got time now. Celery, anyone? More for me. Crunch. F you, Henry.
What now? I don't know if I should leave or I feel so bad. Henry, you didn't cheat on Cece, right?
You were with me last night. I didn't do anything, right?
Nothing, unless you count getting super drunk and belting I Shall Believe by Sheryl Crow before throwing up in my car.
I did that.
Yep.
Sorry. Did I at least sound good?
Not at all.
That's what I figured.
But you didn't cheat on Cece. That's what counts.
I don't know why she would think that. I should go check on her.
So, is the wedding over? Hold tight for a bit, folks.
Henry eases up to the bathroom door and knocks, startling Penny and Cece. There is a noticeable splotch of tomato puree staining his jacket.
I'll go get it.
Cece nods. Penny opens the door. Seeing Henry, she scowls.
Cece in there?
You're not getting anywhere near my girl.
Penny.
Turn yourself around and go.
Penny, I need to speak to...
Craning his neck over her shoulder, he spots Cece in the bedroom and ducks under Penny's arm to get to her.
Cece! Oh my gosh, Cece!
Henry,
I'm sorry. I try to keep him out.
what are you doing here?
Cece, I had to come talk to you. Because you need to know that I did not cheat on you. I would never hurt you. Seeing you upset and knowing it's somehow my fault makes me physically ill.
Great. More
You
lies.
sound like a badly written movie character. And all bets are off, Romeo. There's proof, remember?
In photo proof. Let me see it, because I honestly don't know what it is.
Penny
Look-
passes Henry the photo.
Look familiar?
Oh, gosh. That picture is from years ago. No, Cece, this wasn't even real.
Wow.
No, listen, I was in a play. That girl there, she's asexual.
A sexual person?
No, asexual. As in, we didn't do anything.
Oh.
Nothing happened. I swear to you. Where did you even get this picture?
Joanne?
You listened to Joanne.
Cece nods.
I mean, it all makes more sense now, but why would she do this to us?
Oh gosh, she's probably still salty about the cafe debacle.
What?
A couple weeks ago, she wrote an anonymous review that could have gotten us shut down. But Cece figured out it was her, and so I had no choice but to let it go. I should have known she'd pull something stupid like this.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I'm so stupid.
No, honey, you're not.
I'm so sorry, Henry. I'm so sorry.
Jake. Happens to the best of us.
I ruined our wedding, and I spilled a drink on you.
Henry looks down at his soiled jacket.
It's just tomato. I'm sure it'll wash off.
He takes it off, rinses it in the sink before draping it onto the drying rack.
Soon it'll be good as new.
No, man, that's gonna stain.
It's the thought that counts.
Henry looks over at Cece, noticing that she has begun to cry again.
Cece, don't worry about it.
But
Sinned you not, but in mistaking.
What?
It's Shakespeare for, you made a mistake, but it wasn't your fault.
Henry.
It was Joanne's fault.
I can't believe I didn't see it. She's my sister. I mean, I love her, but she's a messy bitch who loves drama.
Could you?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I'll be downstairs if you need me.
Penny scoots out of there, furiously texting Joanne as she exits.
So what now?
We go get married.
You still want to marry me after all that?
I love you, Cece. I know it's cheesy, but I loved you ever since the first time I saw you. At the cafe. Remember that?
How could I forget? You sat in the corner reading the complete works of William Shakespeare and drinking straight black coffee like a guy in a rom-com.
But I couldn't focus on my book, because I just kept catching the gaze of the beautiful woman hiding behind the baked goods case.
I had no clue how to approach you.
Me neither. Here were the most beautiful words ever written in front of me. Yet I didn't know what to say. And so I sat there all day, pretending to read. And eventually Penny came over and said something like, "I'm sorry, but we gotta close up, but here's a bookmark so you don't lose your spot. And your number?"
It was written on a receipt. Oh gosh, I'll never live that down.
It was cute.
And I met you after my shift, and I was so nervous, and I remember thinking, this guy seems really smart. What do I say to him? But then the first thing out of your mouth was, "Hey, I found this fish scale down by the beach today. Do you think it belonged to a mermaid?"
I'll never live that down.
It was cute.
Believe me, it sounded a lot cuter in my head.
I'm sure.
I did introduce myself after.
And And then we got ice cream.
And watched the sunset.
And you gave me the fish scale.
Oh gosh! That's right, I did!
I still have it, the fish scale.
Really?
Cece unclasps the locket around her neck and opens it up, revealing a dried, bluish fish scale. Chuckling, Henry takes it from the locket, turning it over between his fingers.
Dang.
Smiling at her, Henry slips off the side of the tub and kneels before her, holding up the fish scale like a ring.
Cece,
Yeah?
will you marry me? Again?
Cece nods, tearing up. This time the tears are happy.
Yeah.
Henry returns the scale to her as she places it back in the locket, reclasping it around her neck.
Ready?
Quickly wiping away the muddied mascara under her eyes with a tissue, Cece nods.
Now I am. And this time I promise there will be much I do's. Oh, you're such an English teacher.
And you love me.
I do.
Laughing, the couple exits hand in hand, turning off the bathroom light behind them. End of play. Thank you all so much. That was really fun. It was such a cute play. So yeah, that's it for me. I'm going to pass it back to Maddie one last time. I just want to thank everyone once again for joining us for another Quarantine Quarters.
Yeah, we had the best time. Thank you so much, Hannah, for writing that play. We had both Hannahs from Windows Theater. They have a virtual theater company. I definitely check them out. Yeah, I've done stuff with them, and they're just amazing to work with. A lot of our actors have also done stuff with them too. Those are both the Hannahs. One last shout out to those patrons. You know who you are, but we're gonna say hello anyway. Alyssa Adams, Ariella Lusterman, Brian Shearer, Christian Barker, Chris Bernard, David Wysocki, Derry Howell, Deanna Hariluck, Elizabeth Pope, Emily Bystrak, Emma English, Gwendolyn Davis, Jack Levine, Jillian Burley, Juliet Edwards, Catherine Schwebka, Kayla Ruman, Kelly Buth, Laura Walford, Leslie Lusterman, Leslie Cairns, Lori Mara, Pete Sheldon, Ryan Henneberger, Sarah Emmerling, Sarah Henderson, Scott Seifritz, Sean Cheeky, Lex Blair, Steve Hattrick, Susan Miles, Wayne Conover, and Zoe Curiazis, all our beloved and wonderful patrons. Thank you so much for donating to us every month, and you can do so too at patreon.com, Green Buffalo Productions. Search us, Green Buffalo Productions. You can find us any old way. But that's our show. That's our whole Quarantine Quarters for the night. Thank you again for joining us. And we'll see you next month. If you're interested in becoming a writer for the Quarantine Quarters, email us at greenbuffaloproductions@gmail.com before 9 p.m. tonight, and you'll get tonight's prompts. If you do it after, you'll just have less time than other people. I'll still send you the prompts. But you'll get all of the prompts. Just email us with the subject line Quarantine Quarters, and I'll put you on our writers list. Yeah, and that's the only way to get the prompts is directly to your email. So we'll see you all next time. Thanks again.